Hello everybody, once again, Brett Dupree, here to do his journal. Generally I'm doing these journals at night, but this is in the morning. Actually not that far from my last journal. However, this first week, basically I'm driving to Portland today because tomorrow I'm going to a Rise event, which should be super fun. It's energizing. Like I said, generally speaking, when I think of doing this, I'm busy, then I'm going to push it off till tomorrow, and then eat tons of food, and that's been my pattern. So it's time to break that pattern. But today I generally want to talk about my biggest issue. What has caused me the most problems in my life? And what causes me the most problems in my life is escapism. Basically speaking, I tend to escape. You know, it's kind of like the theory of you have two reactions of stress. Either fight or flight. There's also freeze and there's also enjoy. You know, there's multiple, but the idea is your fight and flight response, your parasympathetic nervous system. And when that hits for me, I tend to kind of shut down, kind of retreat and not want to deal with it. I can think of many aspects of my life where that's just how I dealt with issues. I remember many years ago when I started gaining weight after losing it. Getting down 315 then. I know back when 330 was fat. Sheesh. I would love to be 330 right now. But anyway. Yeah. I remember when my girlfriend at the time, her name was Kat, telling me something along the lines of that, you know, she wants me to be healthy so I can live with her for a very long time. I can just feel it kind of retreating into my mind. And I also felt that when I stepped on the scale 2 years ago, and I saw 340 pounds, which was weighing less than I thought I was. I was doing better, and momentum was going great, but just all of a sudden the stress of being successful caused me to retreat back, and that ended. Dealing with my roommate when I had one. She was not the nicest person in the world, but dealing with stress of that caused me to retreat many times and not deal with issues. I just don't want to deal with it. And the thing that I've learned in life, in my 41 years of life, is every time I do that, it doesn't work out well. I'm not happy with the results. And, you know, the saying is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Well, the same result for me is to retreat and not deal with the issue. Just thinking most of my life, even a couple years ago when I was in trouble with money and I would retreat and then end up spending more money than I have, which made things worse. Generally speaking, that retreation just makes me want to not deal with it, and then anytime I do it, it makes it worse. And I've done some techniques, EFT, tapping, I think I did some havening on it, and so I'm getting better at it, and that's why I decided I'm going to do this head on. I am going to do these videos. I'm trying to build that consistency muscles. One reason why I started my podcast, the Joyous Expansion Podcast. I want to build that consistency muscle. And I have done better at it. I'm skipping this week only because I just don't feel I have the time and I'm super tired. And I'm leaving tonight after work to go to Portland. So I don't have time to get it out today, which would be a day late. This week's episode would be a week late. That's life. But since I only have like 13 listeners and generally 9 listeners per podcast, I'm not disappointing too many people. But at the same time, though, I recognize it and I've been building it. I've been working on that consistency muscle because I don't believe success is guaranteed. People like to preach that success is guaranteed, but the reality is that success, when it comes to monetary success, is not guaranteed. But even when it comes to your healthy living, something can happen, or you can have just a genetic problem that consistency won't solve. Sometimes in life you need medicine. That's just life. Success is not guaranteed. However, consistency increases your chance of success. If you consistently work on a problem, gain that momentum, an object in motion stays in motion and just keep at it and keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, you can get to the point where your chances to exceed increase. And I'm going to, powerful language, I'm going to increase my chances of success of living a happy, awesome, healthy life by being consistent. And one way I'm going to be consistent is doing these videos. So I'm Brett Dupree. I like to sign off with saying my 3 titles I like to give myself, which is your Joyous Expansion Life Coach, because that's my business, Joyous Expansion. Champion of Authentic Joy, because that's my speaking title that I like to give myself. Well, actually, I was given that by my life coaching teacher. Champion of Authentic Joy. And Catalyst of Transformation of the Church of Awesome, the religion I started. Part of actually this video is being that catalyst of transformation for myself and other people who watch. Let's transform. Wow, that light was just at the right time, wasn't it? Being all bright like that when I talk all religiously. Yes. Reminding you to be love, to be joy, to be awesome.